Venus in Punarvasu Nakshatra and you want to know about your spouse and your relationships, this is the video for you. Hello everyone, welcome back to Anmoll Astrology channel. Today's video is about Venus in the Nakshatra of Punarvasu. So I recently made a transit video of Venus in Punarvasu where I also told you guys that I am planning to make the series for Venus through nakshatras. So I thought, why not to just relate it with the transits? In that way, the transit will also be done, and we would also have the content for Venus through nakshatras. So first of all, let me tell you this, how you need to see or analyze your Venus placement in a particular nakshatra. First of all, what are the traits of Venus and what are the traits of Punarvasu Nakshatra? We are going to discuss them individually and then we are going to combine them. So Venus is beauty. It's aesthetic, luxury, arts. Venus is whatever that pleases your eye, whatever that gives you pleasure or is a pleasurable experience, that is Venus. Venus is one's spouse. Venus is one's devotion. Venus is one's relationships. It is actually all the females that you interact with in your life. According to the houses, Venus rules the second and the seventh house. So that's why, according to the second house, Venus represents your morals, your income, your financial status, your family's assets. It also represents your speech, your ethics. What are your possessions? What do you value in this world? Venus is about your family, your relationship with your family and your relationship with your partner. Venus also is about your style of speech. Your voice is much dependent on Venus. Venus, on the other hand, also rules the house of partnership, the seventh house. So Venus can also tell you about legal matters, because seventh house originally is also the legal matters. It is contracts, legal contracts. Venus also represents your partner or any partner you interact with, either as a part of relationship or as a part of your business. Venus also to some extent represents your business. Then Venus gets exalted in the 12th house. So Venus also represents your spirituality. It is rather the most materialistic planet, because it is a Rajasic planet. It is here to enjoy in this world, to enjoy all the materialistic pleasures of this world. But Venus is, on the other hand, the planet that can lead you to spirituality. Venus is the highest devotion. So wherever Venus goes, that is the area where your devotion lies, and that is the area where you are seeking balance for yourself. So Venus is also about your traditions. So what values that you have gotten from your family, from your, what you have inherited, what qualities you have inherited from your lineage or your family, that is Venus. Venus is the sperm count also. Venus also represents the intimate relationship between two people. So you need to first remember that Venus going into the nakshatra of Punarvasu, it is going to represent all of these things one by one. Then the nakshatra of Punarvasu. Punarvasu is a nakshatra which is called as the return of the light. And this nakshatra is associated with the planet Jupiter. This particular nakshatra is actually the nakshatra which is also related to hospitality. Jupiter is the planet of wisdom. It is the planet of guru. It is a guru. So you will see that your spouse will have the qualities of a guru. You, and not just your spouse, but relationships for you are going to be the ones which are going to teach you lifelong lessons. Because Jupiter is actually a heavy planet, and wherever Jupiter goes, there comes some sort of responsibility with that nakshatra. And also that placement. Venus being in the nakshatra of Jupiter means that you would have to take on major responsibility the moment you get married. And even your partner is also going to be subject to take care of everyone in the surroundings. So they can, I won't say they are going to be the eldest one or anything, but they would have something in their family because of which they will be the one who is taking care of everyone. And you will also have to do that after marriage. This Jupiter brings in responsibility, but remember the nakshatra of Punarvasu is related to royals. So they have a very royal aesthetic. They have choices which are very royal in nature. So you would see that these people always want to have royalties of life. So with Jupiter, these people are fortunate. Definitely these people are fortunate, but even within that fortune, they have a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. And that's something they take on by themselves, because that is the part of their nature. So you will see this particular nature of yours within the marriage also, and this nature is very much visible in the traits of your spouse. Then the second thing, the animal associated with Punarvasu is a female cat. So cats are, they are very moody, they are stubborn, they are selfish, they can snatch things from you. Cats are the symbol of royalty, right? So, and cats are also very protective. So you would see that Punarvasu people are very protective also, both the sides actually. Gemini also, and in the sign of Cancer also. You would also see that cats have a habit of, being at a distance with people, but then when they love someone, they just cling on them. So similar is going to be the trait of your spouse. They are going to be very clingy in love, but otherwise they are going to project an image which is quite distant in love. Then the next thing, the symbol of this nakshatra is bows and arrows. And actually this is associated with the story of Lord Rama. Lord Rama was the 7th avatar, the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And he, for the sake of getting married to Mata Sita, there was an event where the grooms were asked to lift the bow and arrow of Lord Shiva. But only the wise and the noble person in that event would have been able to pick that up. So it was Lord Rama who was the noblest person and was able to pick that bows and arrows. That's why you will see that these people should always be honest and noble in their life. The moment these people are not honest, because when Venus gets into Punarvasu, you will see people are quite manipulative with their speech. Suppose you have Venus in the 2nd house in Punarvasu. You can be quite diplomatic with your speech. For that, you might take on lies or speak lies, and that is actually going to affect your wealth. And similar is the thing, although your partner, because of Punarvasu, they are going to be extremely honest, but because of their Venus, they would have a fear of losing their relationships, not just romantic relationship, but any relationship in their life. And they will want to be very diplomatic with their speech. Another thing that you'll see is that a story very similar to that of Lord Rama would play out in their relationships. There was an exile of 14 years that Lord Rama had to make due to Mata Kakai, his stepmother. So there's some karma related with mother or mother-like person in their life. Then they will be forced at some point in their life to leave all the luxuries and go into spirituality, or they would have to sacrifice something related to that in their life. And rather, you would see Punarvasu people, they are the most hospitable people. You'd see those people, you just come to their home and they will just make so many dishes for you, and they would do everything to just pamper you, nurture you, and to make you comfortable. Also, since Lord Rama and Mata Sita had misunderstanding within their relationship, where Mata Sita was accused, so similarly, they can have misunderstandings within their relationship because of a third party situation or a stranger. One more thing that you will see is that these people get influenced very, very easily. If someone tells them something, they are going to understand that way. Then someone else comes on and tells them something, they are going to understand that way. That's why the stability of the relationship lacks for them. That's why these people are actually quite naive. And Venus being in Punarvasu also represents that your spouse is going to be quite naive. And they need to be very strong with their opinions so as to not get influenced by others. So the symbol of bows and arrows simply represents that, and it also represents that these are focused people, because bow and arrow, what is that? That is about aiming. That is about aiming towards something, a focus that you have, that you want to have, that you want to achieve. So these people are focused, and they just set a goal, they work towards that, and then they achieve that, and that's the victory for them. And because this is return of the light, this nakshatra, that means your partner is not going to achieve success in the first go, and even you are not going to achieve success in terms of relationships in the first go. So there can be some repetition within your relationship with the same partner, or maybe with some other partner, until unless the lesson is learned. But we'll see IT profession more on the Gemini side. Now I have actually written some differentiations within the Gemini and the Cancer ones. So Geminis are unstable, Cancers are rather more stable. Geminis want to travel. They are up for travel, and they would be, they would want to be in any situation. They do not care about comforts that much. But the Cancer side one would care about comforts, would be about that royal thing, and they might even carry their own bed along because they are so conscious of where they feel comfortable. And these are actually the traits of your spouse, remember that. Then the Gemini ones are adjustable, and Cancer ones are very, very picky and moody. Gemini ones are easily influenced, Cancer ones not much easily influenced. Gemini ones are spreaders of information and knowledge. Cancer ones are spreader of wisdom because of that water element, and because Jupiter is exalted in the sign of Cancer. Then practical, Gemini ones are very practical, and Cancer ones are very emotional in nature. So this was actually the difference between the Gemini one and the Cancer one, but you will see all these traits within your spouse and also as a part of your relationships. Okay, so this was my analysis, guys. I hope this is going to be helpful. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. If you want to have your personal readings for me, you can check out the link below, www.anmollastrology.com, and under the reading section you can book a personal reading for yourself, and under the unique reading section you can book a unique reading for yourself. See you with the next video. Bye bye, take care.